So one thing you've heard me mention countless times over the years is the fact that one of my favorite aspects about putting build videos together is the family that we have here at the channel. And if you have any build ideas you want to pass along, feel free to leave them in the comment section, because the main goal, is to help out as many people as we possibly can. Now, with that being said, about a week ago, I posted an ongoing directive Bluescreen build, and in the comment section of that video, Wesley Wingate 2921 said you gotta try the ongoing directive with the Carnage LMG, Coyote's Mask, and a Grupo backpack with the talent Wicked, and holy sh**. I am so damn glad not only did I see this message, but I actually tried this build out because it is an absolute monster, and I did want to share it with you today. Now, as always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out. And if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. So starting off with the specialization, you can see I'm using Gunner, and I've chosen that for two main reasons. First of all, you have access to the Banshee Pulse, which happens to be one of my favorite skills to use in the game. I pretty much pop that thing anytime I'm rolling up at NPCs. And secondly, you have access to the large pouch, and as you can see, that is bigger than the standard pouch that fits on any belt-fed weapon, which means you're going to have 50 extra rounds in this thing. And always remember, make sure you have the LMG activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you're getting a 15% weapon damage bonus anytime you're using that weapon. You do not want to leave that weapon damage on the table. Now, as far as my weapons are concerned, you can see I have two LMGs equipped because I bounce between the two depending on what I'm doing in the game, and they're both absolute must-have items. Now, we are going to start off with the Carnage LMG, and coincidentally, as of my recording this video, it is for sale right now at the campus settlement. If you do not have this weapon, I recommend go picking it up. And if you happen to see this video, weeks from now, you can farm for it anywhere the LMG is the targeted loot. Now, the reason it's so effective is because of its talent, Perfect Sadist. And as you can see, that talent is going to amplify weapon damage by 35% to bleeding enemies. After 3 kills, it applies bleed to the next enemy you hit, but we do not need to really worry about that strictly because of the gear set that we're running. You will get a breakdown in a second. Now, my secondary weapon for this build is the Bluescreen, and as I said a moment ago, I will bounce between these two weapons depending on what I'm doing in the game. The reason this one is so effective is because of its talent, Disruptor Rounds. Shooting an enemy marks that enemy and adds a stack to the agent up to a count of 50. Shooting a marked enemy refreshes the mark and adds stacks to the agent. When you deploy a non-shield skill, you're going to remove all stacks on agent, and all marked targets trigger an effect. Now, right below that, you can see there's a breakdown of what the effect will actually be. That is going to be dependent on how many stacks you actually have going. And at the very bottom, you can see it says this effect will trigger immediately if any marked enemy is killed. And to be honest with you, my friends, that's pretty much how I'm proccing this talent nonstop. Now, moving on to the gear itself, you can see we're running 4 ongoing directive, 1 Cheska, and the Coyote's Mask, which is what we're starting with. And as you've heard me mention in multiple videos, this is one of those must-have exotics for every single player out there. The reason for it is because of its talent pack instincts, where you and all your allies are going to gain a crit hit chance and or crit hit damage bonus based on the distance of the last enemy you hit. So always remember, if you happen to be using this, let's say when you're running in a group like playing Countdown, and a few other agents also have this equipped, you can have all 3 talents running at the same time, which makes this one of the best exotics in the game. Now, moving on to the body armor, you can see it is the first of 4 pieces of the ongoing directive gear set, and we're running 4 so we get all of the gear set bonuses. 2 pieces 15% status effect, 3 pieces 30% reload speed, 4 pieces rules of engagement. Shooting a status affected enemy is going to apply a mark. Killing a marked enemy grants a full clip of hollow point ammo for your active weapon, and half a clip of the agent's active weapon to the rest of the party. Now, as you can see, the hollow point ammo is going to amplify weapon damage by 20% and apply bleed on hit. And not only that, because we are wearing the ongoing directive body armor, we have access to the talent Parabellum rounds, which increases the hollow point ammo weapon damage amplification to 50%, which is obviously a ton more than 20%. Continuing on to the holster, the knee pads, and the gloves, they are the 3 remaining pieces of the ongoing directive gear set, and one thing I'm trying to do on every single piece of gear in this build is stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. Last but not least, my friends, we have the backpack. That is the 1 piece of Cheska. That is going to give us an 8% crit hit chance bonus, and as you can see, I'm running with the talent Wicked. And with that talent, applying a status effect is going to increase weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds, which is an absolute lifetime in this game. And once you get the timing of the gear set down, chances are you will have those hollow point rounds running non-stop, which means the talent on your backpack Wicked should be running non-stop as well. When we take a look at the numbers, you can see I'm sitting at 46% crit hit chance and 145.5 crit hit damage. And always remember, those numbers are going to be dependent on not only the gear you have equipped, but having a shade watch of level 1000. Last but not least, I want to point out I do not have any global modifiers running whatsoever, and the main reason for that is I want to make sure you know whenever you may see this build, it is viable, regardless of any events that are going on in the game. Hope this helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage and commentary. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone. Good morning once again, my fellow agents. Hope everyone is having a good day so far. So for me, the only issue I'm really having with the Carnage is that the weapon handling kind of sucks. I mean, my aim isn't the best anyway, but the point is, it does not handle as smoothly, let's say, as the Bluescreen or the Pestilence, so that can take... Ooh, piece of candy. So that can take a little while to get used to, but once you get it down, you are absolutely going to be ripping through enemies. And one thing you hear me mention in every build video I post, or not every build video, but most of the build videos, is the fact that I strongly recommend if you are trying out a new build, go to a mission, control point, something where you know the timing of the NPC. And the main reason I say that, and as I've said previously, if a build does not work for you in an area where you know how the NPCs spawn, it is not going to work when things get sideways in the open world, or let's say you're running in a group, you're running countdown, so kind of use these areas as your baseline and make tweaks here and there. Now when I say that, to give you an example of what I'm referencing, on this version of the build I'm sitting at 1.1 million armor. Some of you may look at that and think to yourself that is perfect, I like to sit there. Others may want more, some may want less, so again, make those adjustments, and that's how you're going to find a build that really works for you, my friends. Alright, on that note, that's all I got. Let's actually see how these NPCs spawn. Hopefully they come out of the door right in front of us. Oh, here we go, baby. Fish in a barrel. Look at this thing. Shaboopy. Give me that named out this door as well. And we're done. Alright, well, I think that is all I got for this video, my friends. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you in the next one.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Answer me! You like
Friendly control point detected. Supply room access unlocked.
I'm so bored. How much longer do you...
Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.